Hey y'all, this is Robert with Armadillo Outdoor Adventures. Had friends asking me about bait. I figured I'd show y'all how I cut my bait today. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, this is Robert with Armadillo Outdoor. For this purpose, I'm using frozen shad. This is some older frozen shad. It's been sitting in the freezer for a while, not so fresh. So I figured I'd just use them, cut them up, and show y'all how I cut them. But you can use these cuts on bluegill. Never underestimate what a bluegill head means to a catfish. You can use them for any bait fish. For this first cut, I'm going to use this little thread fin. When I get in my spot on the water, I start with smaller cuts. This is how I start fishing. Cut there, 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 and I'll probably use a head. That's about how I start fishing. Throw the tail out, and I got those chunks of bait. When I hook them kind of catty corner like this way. This is how I hook my bait. Leave plenty of a hook point exposed. Make sure that there are no scales on your point. With the head, I hook it a little different. I hook through one eye, and there's a bone right here on the shad's head. I come straight up through that bone. That is how I hook a shad head, or a bluegill head, any head. This is how I start fishing. I start with smaller baits. Here's an old gizzard shad. This is a bait. Some people call them a bubba cut. Some people call them, there's several names for him. But basically, this is for when I'm looking for big catfish. I'll cut the tail off. I always cut at an angle here, if you'll notice. Alright, on a big catfish, you want to use an 8/0 or a 10/0 hook. And with the bubba cut, I cut a fillet out of the side of it. Puts a lot of scent in the water. When you hook him, you can either hook him right here, or you can hook him like I showed you with the head. Catfish isn't going to play around. If he's going to bite it, he's going to bite the whole thing. This is a bubba cut. Sometimes if I got some skittish catfish, I'll do the same thing, cut the tail off. So it's always a good idea to rake the scales off of them. I should have done it with the last one. Rake the scale off, and if you'll notice, right down this section there's the lateral line. I'll cut that lateral line out, just like that. On a fresh cut, they bleed a lot longer, and they put a lot more scent in the water. With this one, when you're cutting that fillet, they're going to put scent in the water, a lot of scent in the water, but your bait's not going to last as long. You'll be changing bait a lot sooner. Either way, both of these baits work really well for big catfish, small catfish. You can do this now. After I've been fishing and I've been catching fish and I've been using these, this same size, this smaller size shad, you can make this cut with the smaller shad, the bigger shad. depending on the size of the catfish that you're thinking are in the area. You know, we all know, it's going to take a pretty good sized catfish to want to bite that, to take something like that. But if you can get it down there on the bottom, get it down in the hole or under a log, that there is irresistible for a big catfish. I want to thank y'all for watching my video. Thank you for all the views, the likes, the subscriptions. Thank you so much for giving me your time. I hope to see you on the water soon. Thanks for stopping by. All criticism is welcome. Please remember that there are ladies and children watching, so keep it clean. Please remember to shake the hand of a veteran, a police officer, or an emergency worker if you get the chance. Thanks again. I'll see you on the water.